Hello, I'm Denise LaFrance. Coming up on City Beat, the Amador Hotel and the entire block it sits on will go through some major renovations in the coming months. We'll explain the changes. A new personal transportation device rolling through the streets of Las Cruces is made with some space technology in mind, and it's made right here in Las Cruces, so look at the Arca Mini. A splash pad is a great place to take the kids to cool off. We'll show you why the community is so drawn to the new park. And confidence in government officials is one thing more people should believe in, but a few bad people can ruin trust for all. In this month's Ask the segment, we learn how the FBI is helping the public regain that trust. Hello and welcome to City Beat for the month of August. You may have heard about the closing of a downtown Las Cruces restaurant that will make way for a different downtown concept. Plans are underway to demolish My Brother's Place building to redevelop the gateway to the city's downtown. CLC TV's Jennifer Martinez explains.
In the late 1800s, this city block on the corner of Amador and Main Street used to have a completely different look. And in the near future, it will have a fresh look with the past as an inspiration.
The City of Las Cruces has been working with GMB Development of NM on a project down at the corner of Lohman and Main Street, and when the reconstructed Bowman, we're doing all those in coordination with one another. They're taking the old My Brother's Place and the Amador Hotel and going to redevelop that corner.
This fall, you'll begin to see the planned changes. GMB Development NM will demolish the former restaurant, remove the parking lot, the east side of the Amador Hotel, and the drive-through lanes that were installed when the building was used as a bank.
Basically, it's a turnkey type project. It's a public-private partnership with the City of Las Cruces. But they're doing the demolition work, they'll do the construction, and they'll have a lease with the city to manage the tenants of the property.
Tenants could include Visit Las Cruces, a new restaurant, bar, martini bar, tap room, coffee shop, and a bakery. In spring, the developers showed the city what the concept could look like with these renderings. All of the images fit the revision of the Las Cruces Downtown Master Plan and Zoning Code.
We're really excited from a staff standpoint. We hope the community is for a project taking place. You're seeing private investment in the downtown, and I think that's a good thing for the community.
The city has been working for more than 20 years to revitalize the downtown and hopes these improvements will be the catalyst for more exciting projects. For City Beat, I'm Jennifer Martinez.
Thanks, Jen. The city is also asking for assistance when it comes to renovating the east side of the Amador Hotel. If you have pictures of that side of the building from the late 1950s to the mid-1960s, please contact the city at 528-3226. If you have images, you can email them to downtown@las-cruces.org. In 2014, Las Cruces attracted an aerospace business known for its rockets and drones to the city's West Mesa. The company called Arca Space is in a Local Economic Development Act or LEDA program, which allows for public-private partnerships. Arca gets assistance in rent space, and in return, Arca employs local people in higher-paid jobs. Arca Space has been busy working on projects that not only benefit the space community, but are also entertaining people with new technology made here in our local workforce.
What is it like to feel like a superhero? It was our dream to bring this feeling to you through the design and development of the Arca board. No boundaries, only you and the Arca.
And how high can you go?
I first came here in 2005 at ISPCS symposium and at X Prize Cup. So since then, it was clear for me that Las Cruces has a lot of offer in terms of testing capabilities of aerospace technologies. So it was my clear idea from that moment that it will be a good thing to relocate Arca from the European Union to United States. We worked with the city of Las Cruces since the beginning of relocating the company here, and also very important, we worked closely with Movida to bring the company here, and Movida was always a highly valuable interface between the company and the city and the government and so on, and the local community in general. And what we did with the city was to have a LIDA agreement that allowed us to operate smoothly and from the rent of the hangars point of view, and in exchange we hired local personnel and we paid high rate salaries. So that was the deal between the company and the city.
Well, one of the things we do, and we did this with Arca, is we really sit down with the company and try to understand what is their growth trajectory, where are they going, where are they starting from, and then we really try to understand what tools are available for them. So, and I really think that's what we try to do with Arca. We sat down, they're a very innovative, growing company with new technology, new types of products, and really great engineering design that they're coming out with. They're exactly the type of company that I think the city of Las Cruces wants to see grow and develop here. So we work very closely with the city, we worked very closely with Arca to see how we could come up with the right tools to make sure that they can not only start here in Las Cruces but also succeed. We wanted to create a product that is a truly consumer grade product. And that's why we created the Arca Mini. And the price of the Arca Mini is at $695. And we were aware of the fact that at this price range, it's affordable and we can sell volumes of the Arca Mini. That was the whole idea behind it.
Thanks, guys. The Arca Mini was introduced this year shortly after the introduction of the Arca Board, a personal flying device. Information on both can be found at arcaspace.com. This summer may be one of the hottest Las Cruces summers on record, and many might say a splash pad came just in time to help beat the heat.
I like when it dumps on your head, because it feels good, it's warm, and it's fun.
I have my granddaughter Naomi with me, and school's still out, and we were looking for something to do. And I had heard about the splash pad, and we came yesterday, and she wanted to come back. It's a very clean facility. I know it's new, so that probably helps, but it's very clean, and there's the water element, which cools everybody off. A little bit of breeze. It actually hits me on occasion, which is nice, but you don't have to worry about if they can swim or not, even though she can. I just don't have to worry about that issue. Don't have to wear a swimsuit, which is kind of nice. In fact, clothes I think are better. And then she can go play on the climbing thing, dry out, and we're done.
So the splash pad opened in early June, and the popularity has been incredible. We get up to 200 people at a time at the splash pad, 60 or 70 kids playing it at one time, and it's a hot time of year, so perfect time to open up the splash pad. And the popularity is, right now it's out in the Metro Verde on the East Mesa. They want it everywhere in town. So we're looking into opening a new splash pad September 17th at the Civic, downtown Civic Plaza. So it's a splash pad / fountain. And then for next year, we're looking at the possibilities of other areas. So especially in our community, anything that we can offer for families for free or low cost is always something that we're striving for. Now the splash pad, it's like you said, we get people from all over the community to go out to the splash pad because it's a free event. It's something that all the family can enjoy. There's a playground out there, a grass area, and the kids can play in the water for free.
Thanks, everyone. As Philip mentioned, the smaller scale splash pad is being constructed at the new downtown plaza. The dedication of the new plaza is expected in September of this year. Movies in the Park runs through the end of September, and city employees will observe Labor Day as a holiday. Details on both ahead in our City Minute. On Monday, September 5th, most city offices will close in observance of Labor Day. While the library, museums, and senior programs are closed and transit services are not operating, outdoor pools will be open. Sessions run from noon to 3 and 3:30 to 6:30 p.m. at the East Mesa Baton Memorial and Lobs Pools. Movies in the Park continues for Saturdays in September. Movies include Ride Along, Hotel Transylvania 2, Mission Impossible, and Zootopia. The city remembers those lost 15 years ago on 9/11 at this year's Patriot Day ceremony. Las Cruces police and fire departments invited other agencies to display response vehicles and have invited a local country band to play at the new downtown plaza. Join us for a day of remembrance Sunday, September 11th at 5 p.m. downtown. And Las Cruces is a great place to work, and there are many employment opportunities at las-cruces.org. Employees often do what is expected of them, but sometimes they go above and beyond. If you'd like to say thank you or job well done, go to las-cruces.org and click on the kudos page. Tell employees you've noticed they've went out of their way. Combating public corruption in New Mexico is one of the FBI's top criminal investigative priorities, and the FBI is partnering with various other federal and state offices in this initiative. CLC TV's Udelvi Hill sits down with the FBI in this edition of Ask the.
Hello and welcome. Our guest for this edition of ASTA is Assistant Special Agent in Charge Derek Fuller of the Albuquerque Division of the FBI. ASAC Fuller, thank you very much for joining us on ASTA. Now, how does the FBI define public corruption?
Public corruption is best described as a public official using his or her official position for personal gain. It can take the form of embezzlement, extortion, or a law enforcement officer may be looking the wrong way and allowing crimes to occur. Public corruption for us also involves situations dealing with federal contracts and illegal procurement, any types of items dealing with that where it's a fraud against the government as well.
And why has the FBI made this a priority?
The FBI has made public corruption the #1 criminal priority due to the fact that it has a very negative impact on our society. Americans have grown used to and should expect to have their government honest services and should have trust in their government. So the impact of a corrupt official on society is something that we can't have one bad apple in the entire group of public servants.
And can you give us an example or two of public corruption, what it is you're targeting?
An example would be, say, a border agent who is allowing illegal drugs or illegal immigrants to cross through the border without checking them properly. That would be one example. It could also be in the sense of fraud, where you have services that are supposed to be provided to the federal government, and they are taking kickbacks or bribes and enriching themselves and not allowing this to go forward.
And why is public corruption so damaging?
It just is the fabric of our nation to have trust in your government. So for us, we believe that is something that we should put the resources to and the personnel so that everyone can have trust in their government and honest services.
And it's not just a big city problem. In New Mexico, we have a lot of rural areas, and public corruption is present there as well.
Yes, public corruption is present throughout all of New Mexico. We have great workers, tons and tons of government workers who are honest. But every now and then we have a few who are not, and those are the ones that we are looking for and the ones that we are looking for assistance to investigate.
So what can we as a public do to help the FBI combat public corruption?
Well, public corruption is one of those types of investigations that is very complicated and very long term, so we always look for help from the public to help us in these types of cases. One of the easiest ways that the public can help the Bureau is to, if they have instances where they think public corruption may have occurred, is to give us a call at our FBI Public Corruption Hotline. The phone number for that is 505-889-1580. And we also have a website set up for individuals to check the website, and they can go on there, and it's a series of questions that will determine whether there is possible public corruption involved. And that website is www.fbi.gov/Albuquerque.
So it's something all of us can do to help combat this.
Yes. We don't believe that the citizens should be detectives, but everybody sees something. If you see something that you know is wrong or you think is wrong, just give us a call and we'll definitely take a look at it and evaluate it.
Okay. Well, Assistant Special Agent in Charge Derek Fuller, thank you very much for joining us on ASTA.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks, Jidel. Again, if you feel you have information that may help the FBI deal with public corruption, please call the hotline number at 505-889-1580. Well, that's all for this episode of City Beat. Remember to tune in for live City Council meetings right here Mondays at 1 p.m. You can also find all archived meetings and programs on clctv.com. Plus, we have so much more on our Facebook page. Thanks for joining us. I'm Denise Lopez.